Oh yeah, Midnight Society. It's time to put these puppies on because tonight we're talking Goosebumps. Like you guys unanimously voted for me to review this brand new book in the series. The series is House of Shivers, and the book title is Goblin Monday. Man, that title is awful. R.L. Stine maybe would have been better getting an AI generated title. No offense, but yeah, first off, if I'm ever going to rank Goosebump book titles, this one would be dead last. But to be fair, there is a story inside this book that we will discuss shortly. And yeah, guys, please, before we get started, like and subscribe. Welcome to the channel if you're brand new. I'm the guy that wears a mask or has candles in his videos and talks about books, Goosebump books, fantasy books, whatever. Let's get into it, guys. First of all, this cover. If you've been away from Goosebumps since like the 90s and you're not used to seeing covers look like this and you're used to seeing them look kind of like this instead, yeah, me too. They don't look anywhere near as nice as they used to, but I digress. I'll stop being a grumpy old man about that. Goblin Monday. This book is interesting in good ways and bad ways. In some ways, this is a terrible, terrible book. In other ways, it's got some pretty decent ideas and a half-decent mystery going on. But this book follows Mario. Yeah, Mario, I guess. I don't think it's video game Mario, but different Mario. Anyways, we follow Mario with his friends Joel and Todd as they travel to their grandparents' house on a winter getaway. Now, upon arrival, Todd and Joel's grandparents are kind of odd. They're quote-unquote very short, and their grandpa's name is Grandpa Tweety. The grandma's name is Grandma Mom. And yeah, they go there to have a nice time, like I mentioned, a winter getaway, until things start to take kind of a strange turn. Grandpa Tweety is talking to the birds in his house. There is strange things happening. The cat is hissing at something in the backyard. Little animals are getting killed at night. Really, really strange stuff. The grandma mom is knitting outfits for people that are way too small. Yeah, you guys probably know where I'm going with this. You guys can probably already guess what the story is. But I did mention there are some good things in this book. I definitely am shocked that in 2024, you're still allowed to put death scenes in kids' books, even though the death scenes don't really happen to, you know what, guys, we're going to go a little bit into spoilers for this video, so I apologize. Hey, like and subscribe. We talk about spoilers. Anyways, guys, yeah, there's deaths, plural. There's deaths in this book, which I'm surprised you can still do in a book series that is aimed at kids that are, quote, in 4th to 6th grade, I guess. But yeah, Goblin Monday. The vibe of this book is kind of odd. It's very similar to the first book in this series where kid travels to uncle's house or kid travels to aunt's house or grandma and grandpa's house to have some strange happenings go on. And we're not really sure. There's a mystery. Things are kind of awry. They seem normal, but something's off. That's this book. The cover art sort of suggests that we're going to see, all these different goblins and like this, maybe there's like a goblin society. And really the cover kind of lies to you a little bit because there isn't a whole like gang of goblins really until the very end. But even that sort of happens inside the house that they're staying at. Yeah, it's just chaos. This book, guys, it has some of the typical Goosebump tropes in it, but there are some things, like I mentioned, it takes a surprisingly dark and twisted turn kind of in the middle where there's a rabbit that's kind of just ripped to shreds in the backyard. You're not sure what's going on. His friends, Todd and Joel, just kind of brush it off. There's a mystery surrounding the grandfather and his collection of birds that you're not quite sure what the heck is going on there. And then in the middle of all that, the main character, Mario, kind of, there's the typical, the main kid's going to go on like a spy mission to see what's really going on. And in the middle of the book, the main kid, Mario, follows the grandpa outside where he's like talking to birds and making notes about birds. And then when a bird lands on the grandpa's hand, he like shoves it in his mouth and just chews it and kills the poor thing. And the book goes into strange detail about, there is a wet crunching sound and the bird feathers were between his teeth and stuff. There's still some scenes that R.L. Stine brings up that you're like, yeah, there you go. That's like hardcore, bringing back the 90s a little bit less, PC back in the day. So at those moments, I'm like nodding my head saying, yeah, that's pretty good. Good job, Goosebumps. And then there's other moments where you just get the typical tropes. No one believes the main kid. It's the boy who cried wolf story going on. Per typical Goosebump book. I also don't really... Okay, to be fair, the reason that this book isn't getting a high grade isn't just because the story is kind of meh. It's also because I don't really care about goblins. Anyone here, Goblin fans, please feel free to give a dislike in the chat and yell at me in the comments section. But really, if you have a Goosebump book, don't we really want to read about maybe ghosts or haunted campgrounds or something like that, and not so much goblins? Yeah, so right off the bat, the enemy in the story is not very interesting to me, and the story surrounding that is kind of odd. And to top it off, the twist at the end is, I can't decide. It's either wonderfully awesome or terribly cheesy and horrible. I kind of lean toward the latter. And the ending to this book, guys, is, so I mentioned the main kid, Mario. He's at his friend's grandparents' house. A lot of weird things happening. Dogs are barking. But at the very end, the kid turns out to be a part of a secret FBI goblin task force that is taking out goblins. And it turns out that the kid's friends are actually goblins. And at the very end, in the back car seat, they tear the main kid to shreds. They eat him, basically. It's nonsensical. It's completely over the top. In a way, I respect it. In another way, I'm just kind of astounded by the just running out of ideas that poor R.L. Stine has had. I haven't lost faith in this series, guys. I hope it gets better. This is House of Shivers #2. As a Goosebump book, I'm going to give it, I don't know, maybe a 6 out of 10 or something. But yeah, that's what I had to say. I like the book well enough, guys. But yeah, that is what it is. Please like and subscribe, guys. This video has been kind of a more off-the-cuff video. There's a lot being worked on. There's a video coming up that you guys maybe have seen a preview for on the community post that I made that I cannot wait for everyone to see. I think it'll be really cool. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed this. Again, please like and subscribe. This is the Midnight Chronicler. Out. Damn it.